I have been hacking into companies for over 10 years, and this is my reaction 90% of the time of seeing any hacking in any scene.
Oh my god.
What you see on screen is obviously not how real hacking looks like. And as a hacker myself, who already broke into companies, banks and production lines, I thought it would be fun if we can just look at a few scenes and check how realistic they even are. And you would be surprised at some of them, because a few actually get it right.
Gentlemen, so check it out.
This scene actually has multiple things that are being shown correctly.
For example, this terminal. That's a way to control your computer with only your keyboard by typing in the commands. You don't even need your mouse. Here you can see two programs on screen. The first one is nmap. This can scan the server that you're trying to attack. It then helps you to understand what software is available on the target by showing you the open ports. So if you would say a house would be the server, then a port would be a window. And like a window, this can either be opened or closed, and you can actually see what service is available that you can potentially attack. In this case, the server has SSH enabled. This stands for Secure Shell. It lets you remotely log into the system without needing to be physically at the server yourself, and it also gives you a terminal access.
And to give some props here, the actual vulnerability that they were showing was only discovered a few weeks before they started production.
No way. I'm getting hacked.
A port scan?
No, this is major. They've already burned through the NCIS public firewalls.
This is your typical early 2000 movies pop-up alert spam that you can see in basically any hacking content. The only thing missing is some Subway server or Minecraft parkour running in the screen as well. Also the multiple people typing at the same time on the keyboard.
For me, impossible.
Needlessly to say that this has nothing to do with real hacking, and we can just move on.
Hospitals. A heavily networked one like this are almost too easy to hack. This is William Highsmith. He's not only the head of the IT department here, he is the IT department. The poor guy only gets a budget of about $7,000 a year, and he's supposed to protect their network from people like me. He uses useless virus scans, dated servers, and security software that runs on Windows 98. I can make my health records look like every other obedient zombie out there.
Mr. Robot was actually a breath of fresh air for the entire hacking community. In this scene in particular, Elliot is trying to hack into a hospital to alter his patient records due to the fact that the hospital is running on fairly outdated software and has a very tiny IT department. Many hacks today are actually not that technical and just rely on very outdated software. And that's actually very true for hospitals as well, especially publicly funded ones, because most of them are just missing the budget for better technology and more staff, which then makes them an easy target for hackers. But even in the cybercrime community, there's a split view on attacking hospitals. Some hacking groups actually have some code of honor, which basically forbids themselves of actually hacking companies or hospices.
There was even a time where a group got real bad PR for hacking into a hospital, so they kicked out the affiliate who did it and made contact with the hospital to help them restore the system.
No. Real talk. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm about to make some phone calls to figure this out.
There's so many good scenes in Mr. Robot. I could make an entire video just about that TV show, or make a dedicated video where we recreate the attacks in Mr. Robot. I think that would be very fun to watch. Then give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments, and maybe I can make a video about it.
Think of it as a Google search, except instead of searching only what people make public, we're also looking at everything they don't. So emails, chats, SMS, whatever.
Yeah, but which people?
The whole kingdom, Snow White.
This is actually very real. The entire movie is just a biopic about Edward Snowden. The United States was basically writing some freedom software.
I'm the best programmer on earth. That's why God chose me. I was endowed with divine intellect.
That was just gobbling up all the data of enemies, allies, and even their own citizens. And they would have a secret court that instantly would approve any spying of any person. The problem was, if the United States had a target, they could also target people in their social circle. And by the law of separation, a potential terrorist could quickly just turn into Timmy, who is going to college and is trying to make some bread. Edward Snowden was actually actively working on this project until he decided to blow the whistle. The United States then tried to hit him with the Espionage Act and put him on trial for treason, but he was able to flee the country and is now seeking asylum in Russia.
You asked him to change his password?
When he downloaded the PDF, what he downloaded was the keylogger. Got it.
There are actually two real hacking methods in here. The first one is a phishing email, an attack where you send the victim an email with the intention of them doing something. That can mean downloading a malicious file or entering their credentials. In this case, they send the victim a malicious PDF file that executes a keylogger on their system. A keylogger then collects all the keystrokes the victim enters on his PC and sends them to the attacker. That way you can, for example, read their password. The little caveat here is that the malicious file is actually a PDF file. Have a malicious code run by just opening a document was more a thing 10 years ago, but it is still technically possible. Though in this case, the vulnerability usually wasn't in the file itself, but in the program that you use to open the file. So maybe a vulnerable version of Adobe Acrobat. A document that can actually run code on its own is Microsoft Word. All the Microsoft documents have the possibility to run VBA script in them, and then they can execute code by just opening the document. But this got more and more nerfed over the last few years by Microsoft, so it's not really the go-to method anymore. This is a very good example of a spear phishing attack. You specifically look for open source intelligence on one specific target and craft a malicious email that is specifically only for that victim, in the hopes this has a higher chance of the victim actually clicking on something. In this case, the user just clicks on the email and the attacker instantly got access to their webcam.
Who's that?
But in reality, there would be at least one more step in between. They would either download a program or run some software. But opening someone's webcam is very much technically possible. You can even turn out a little indicator light. But in any real hacking scenario, you wouldn't just do it because it's very noisy in a secured environment. And opening a constant stream of video from your victim to your command and control server is not particularly stealthy, which is something you want to be when you do an actual assignment. I think over the past few years, and especially with the commercial success of shows like Mr. Robot, Hollywood slowly started to take hacking a little bit more seriously and got some good advisors on shows, which is actually nice to see. I would actually love to make a dedicated video about Mr. Robot and then just recreate the attacks. And if that's something you would actually like to see, let me know down below in the comments. Give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe. If you were actually watching till the end, I really appreciate you. I wish you a good rest of your day and see you next time.
Matrix is strong. The system which is designed to keep you as a slave is strong.